We're inching closer to the kickoff of the inaugural Hoʻokipa Hawaiʻi weekend this Saturday and Sunday at the Royal Hawaiian Center. The event is being underwritten by the Office of Native Hawaiian Relations HŌʻIHI grant. And joining me right now is Brad Kaʻalaleo Wong. He's the Kapapahuliao Program Manager for the Department of Interior. Wow, federal government. And it is the Office of Native Hawaiian Relations. Aloha, Brad. How are you?
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
So from Kailua, yeah?
From Kailua, yeah.
Kamehameha grad.
Kamehameha, yeah.
I'm surrounded by you.
Yeah, we're everywhere.
Malia, Lina Girl, Meleapana. Oh my goodness, I feel so out of place. But I'm also, well, not from Kailua, but Kailua High School grad. Now tell us.
No, that's perfect.
Yeah,
that's
there you
good.
go. What is the role of the Office of Native Hawaiian Relations?
So the Office of Native Hawaiian Relations, we are meant to be a liaison between the department and all its bureaus. So there's like Fish and Wildlife, USGS, National Park Service, and many others between them and the Native Hawaiian community. So we deal a lot with the various consultations that the department deals with, and trying to work with the community in that way. And we also do a lot of work with the Department of Hawaiian Homelands as well.
Wow.
But we've recently started to get into the grant space, thanks to Senator Schatz. So.
Yeah, that is so cool. And I know we just mentioned that you guys are a big reason, or a big part of the reason why NAHA can put together this event. So tell us a little bit more about this HŌʻIHI grant. Have you guys drained all the funds, or can other people come in and apply for this grant?
So for our HŌʻIHI grant, it's based off of appropriations. So whatever happens with the federal, the Congress and things like that. Mm-hmm. However, HŌʻIHI has been around we get that funding from, it's called the Native Act, something that Senator Schatz had helped to author. So. Malia guys in NAHA were in our first cohort, our first year that we ever had grants. They were one of our first recipients. Wow. And we recently supported 8 other organizations for year 2 in 2023. And so hopefully we're able to do it again coming up. Yeah, that's a little bit. Well, the kind of the history of it.
That is so cool, but that's not the only grant that you guys have to offer. In fact, you guys also have a grant available to Native Hawaiian nonprofits called Kapapahuliao, and that's a climate grant, right? Can you tell us a little bit about that? Yeah,
so Kapapahuliao is some of the newer funding that we have. So what we want to see from the community is to how can we address climate resilience or create climate adaptation within our Native Hawaiian community, and think about it from a cultural perspective, right? Our kupuna and for hundreds of years before that, we always adapted to how things were changing in their environment, and so this is a way for us to look back at that. How do we utilize those same resources now into the future, and then how do we make Hawaii a better place by using our cultural ʻike,
Absolutely. Yeah. So if anybody's interested in applying for this grant, is it open yet? The application process, is it open yet?
Yeah, so for Kapapahuliao, that one is currently open right now. It closes at the end of this month. So you can go to doi.gov/Hawaiian and check it out. There's information on there. We'll hopefully have HŌʻIHI up in the next, hopefully in the coming months we'll have some information on that, but yeah, that one as well is very specific to Native Hawaiian organizations and the Native Hawaiian community.
And for the climate grant, if I can kind of circle back to that,
yeah.
How much money do you guys have available to kind of divvy out?
Right now we're looking at there's about $20 million.
Wow.
And we have different avenues for how we want to see it come out. Whether that's kind of pass-through entities to supply further grants to others, but also very direct federal government grants. And we're just really hoping to work with folks to get the best projects out there. And we just want to see what people can come up with. And we've kept it broad just to have different sectors, not just restoration, but health, education.
Wow.
Yeah, just make things like that. Yeah.
Make this place a even better place to live.
Yeah.
Kaʻalaleo, mahalo so much for being on the show, and thank you for helping to put on the NAHA event, Hoʻokipa Hawaiʻi. Of course, again,